All right, Radio Biafra USA 2. We are here live in New York City. All right, see what I want to talk about this morning. Actually, one of the things that we need to speak about is the support for our ESN. ESN is an Eastern Security Network. If you're a Biafran, anywhere you live in the world, please endeavor to support these people because they are the ones that helping us. Yesterday, while I'm saying this, in fact, I'm going to make a jingle for this for people to really realize that these are volunteers. These are people that are not employed. We didn't employ them, but they volunteered themselves to save and secure our land. We need to support them. We need to take care of them. Welfare wise, their salary, I wouldn't say salary because they are not really on salary, they are volunteers like everybody else, but at least they need to eat, they have families to feed, they need to go to the hospital when they are sick. We need them. All they do, they operate in the bushes. Anybody out there who tells you that we have an army is lying to you. Biafra does not have an army. We do not have an army. It doesn't mean we're not going to have one in the future. But for now, I mean, as go down, I was out there. How they put it, I don't know. I'm not very good with proverb, but at least I know that if you don't have Anna, you cannot have Ute. Because if you have Ute, you wouldn't know where to put it. It's like Anna, then it was Ute that you put on the ground to be able to sleep on. So we are telling you, and we are not, I wouldn't say appealing this time, because we are all Biafrans, we are all affected, whether you're in diaspora, wherever you are. Please support the ESN. Make contribution on your own. When we say we are the indigenous people of Biafra is not like a club, a social club. No. Every Biafran is an indigenous person. A real Biafran, actually. Somewhere. You come in, whatever you can afford every month. You think that cover will go, I keep saying it, that there's nothing that you put in there that is wasted. Trust me. But make sure you put your money where you are supposed to be, where you know reason why your money is going out. We don't have an army. We're not buying any bullets. We're not buying any ferret car. We're not buying any aircraft. We're not buying any bombing equipment. We are the indigenous people of Biafra, a movement, a peaceful movement that is recognized all over the world. We are in every nook and corner of the world, registered with the country that we are in, and they know us, they monitor us to make sure that we are very peaceful people. Nigerian government tried to tag us terrorists, but unfortunately for them, it did not work. It did not work. They're trying everything to make sure it works, but no. So when you hear they are terrorists, it's only within Nigeria, the government. The world knows that we are not. America knows, Britain knows, French knows, whatever, anywhere in the world, African countries, they do know because we live in their countries. We are there legitimately. We don't even go out to protest too much, but at least once in a while we carry placards and show the world that we are still here. All we are asking for is our freedom. We are not asking for anybody to die. We are not going to take part in the killing of anybody. So please try to separate IPOB from any organization that you know. We are not the killing type. We don't have an army. I've said it before and I'm saying it again. We do not have anybody that goes out there. They sit at home that they are clamoring on. When our leader was abducted, we proclaimed sit at home on Mondays. We quickly got an information from our leader that he wants it stopped. We stopped it. We announced it several times to be stopped. But the people themselves that decided that this is what we should be doing for them to really realize that we are here. So it has nothing to do. But even if IPOB orders sit at home, so what's the big deal? But we did not. We ordered it, we stopped it. We made an announcement that it wasn't going to hold anymore, but the people decided to keep on it, fine. And then people like other organizations, other groups are coming to say, no, you are going to have it the whole week, you are going to have it in 2 days, you are going to close your shops, you're going to do this. It has nothing to do with the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Some of them are so jealous that they can't even. I heard one of them, a newscaster, a news on a television, calling us the independent people of Biafra. That's not what we are, idiot. You're stupid. You are a journalist. You are supposed to be able to say indigenous people. Is that word too big for you to say? You have to learn it. After all, you can say Tchaikovsky. So why can't you say indigenous? Call indigenous people of Biafra. That's what we are. We are not independent people. We are not Igbo people of Biafra. We are not independent people. No, we are indigenous people of Biafra, the owners of Biafra land. That's what we are. It's very simple. If you can't say indigenous, just say IPOB. Don't go and try to say the indigenous or the Igbo people of Biafra. No. You are being sarcastic and stupid about it, and we mark you, we know who you are. And you know who you are. So before you open your mouth to talk about IPOB and you want to pronounce it fully, know that it is the indigenous people of Biafra. The indigenes of Biafra. Indigenous people. So every Biafran is actually an indigenous person of Biafra, to be honest with you. So what we are saying, support the ESN. These are the people that are helping your mothers at home. Most of us are in diaspora. We live outside Biafra land. It doesn't mean that when you get out of Biafra land, you tend to forget what is going on at home. No. We are not born like that. We are Biafrans. Everywhere we live in the world, we make the place our home. Making it our home doesn't mean that we have cut the umbilical cord. We don't do that. We are the people that refuse to cut the umbilical cord, no matter what you do. Ancestral home remains ancestral home, where we come from. We know. That is why sometimes they say, oh, you know, Africans, when they die, they go to bury them in their home. Of course. That's where their umbilical cord is buried, in their home. That's where they want to go back to. There is nothing wrong with that. When you say Nigerians, it's not even Nigerians, it's the Biafran people. Biafrans, yes. We do it with dignity. And as long as life is there, we do it. We'll be happy that we did it. We're not buried outside our home. We are Biafrans. We are different kind of people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it, that after us, you will wish that we had lived forever. We are the people that will never forget where we come from. Every single person from Biafra land is the same. Whether you're from Akwa Ibom, we are from Idoma, Igala, we are all the same. Anywhere we go out, we don't forget our home. A Jamaican woman once called me the man who refused to cut the umbilical cord. We're not even talking about Biafra. But with the way she saw me talking about my home, she was kind of surprised. It's a very, very old lady. She was almost like 79, 80 or 88 thereabouts. She's passed on, may so rest in peace. She said to me, when I hear you talk, I feel the passion. I feel it that you are one of those who have refused to cut the umbilical cord. I said, yes, you are. That's the way I feel about my home. That's the way we feel, we Biafrans. So please try to protect your home. These people with ESN that we created, we didn't create them as soldiers. These are volunteers. These are what we call Umu Okolobia. These are people, young people, who said, you know something? Our mothers will go to farm and come back home. Our daughters will go to the farm and refuse to go to the stream to fetch water and not be raped by the Fulanis. The Fulanis we have nothing against them personally. But when we go to their land, whatever land they have that they call the Fulani land, we live in the city, we rent houses and live with people. But they come in your place, they live in the bush. They go into the bush and they build their huts. You know what they have is huts. Before you know it, they start raising families there and they dominate the... No, we don't live in the bushes. We farm in the bushes. That's where we get the food to eat. That's where we go to farm. And we want our mothers to be safe. So the only way we can do that is our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wisely created what they call the ESN. He didn't even call it a Biafran whatever. He called it the Eastern Security. Eastern Security means that the Biafran land is basically on the eastern part of Nigeria. If there is anything called Nigeria, they are on the east. Southeast to be exact. That's where they are. And then they created the ESN. ESN means security for Eastern region, for Biafra land. These are young people, young able people, volunteers that make sure that our mothers go to farm and come back home. Our daughters are not raped. Our crops are not destroyed by these same people, these same hoodlums. They are the ones that take their cow, go into our bushes, and then eat up the crops that human beings are supposed to feed on. We are not saying you should not do that in our land. We cannot allow it. Biafrans will never allow you to do anything. You are trying all your best. They are doing everything to make sure that, how would I put it? They're trying everything to make sure that they find their way and dominate and Islamize us. It's not going to work. A journalist once was asking, do you think it's very easy to Islamize 200 million people? Well, if you don't do anything, they will do it because the Fulanis are very patient. It doesn't matter how long it takes them. If you think they're going to go away and stop doing it, they have been trying this since the time of Usman Dan Fodio. For those of you who are historians, you know when he existed. You know when all these things have been happening. They've been trying. The Usman Dan Fodio thing didn't start today. The conquest, trying to dip the Quran in the sea, which they have been trying, and they keep trying, and they will not stop trying. Unless you do something about it, it is going to happen one day. I'm telling you the truth. We know that. Because the journalist was asking a question, how possible is that? Well, I think the man who answered you gave you an example. He said, go to Turkey. The place that they call Turkey now used to be Istanbul. Today they were Christians, 99.9% Christians. Today they are Muslims, 99%. How did they do it? That's the question. Because they are very patient people. They allow you. They sit down there and they wait, because they know that, according to Chinch, when you put your eyes on that side, they go out there, they do what they have to do, and with patience. If this generation allows it to happen, I think the Zen generation will not even care, because our children, the children we're having, they may not care today, but I know that one day they're going to care. But for now that we are alive, we have to help them to make sure that they do not succeed in what they're trying to do. They're trying to Islamize us, and we are not going to let it happen. Definitely not. So wherever you are doing, support the ESN. Wherever you are, support this. My cough has not gone away yet. I'm still clearing my throat. I'm so sorry. Doing that is very, very rude. I can't be doing that on there. But however, it's impulsive. It comes in and goes. But I'm getting better, and I know I'll get better anyway, regardless. So what we are saying in a nutshell, what I'm trying to tell you is that ESN is there to protect our homes. There to protect our homes because this people are trying very, very hard to Islamize us, and we will not let them do it. We can't let them do it because they have been trying this. Their great-grandfather, Usman Dan Fodio, was the one that started it.
But there's crisis coming to this country.
A counter-insurgency publication, Zagazola Makama, focused on the Lake Chad region, reported over the weekend that members of a new terrorist group, Lakurama, are offering financial incentives to recruit young people in Sokoto State. According to the publication, the new group is offering as much as 1 million naira to young men in exchange for their allegiance. Makama quoted sources saying that the financial initiatives are part of an aggressive recruitment campaign aimed at attracting followers to their cause.
Finally, Arise News has gathered mind to report about the insecurity situation in Nigeria. When I see all these mainstream media report about the reality on ground, it gives me so much joy, because a lot of people are using one eye to look at us like, where do you people see all this news that you people are bringing up? Because maybe the thing has not happened to them, or the thing is not happening in their area. Why did Nombo travel to Saudi Arabia for Islamic Summit? The new terrorist group in Nigeria are doing something they call wonderfully evil. Yeah, wonderfully evil. What are they doing?
Before I go on with that, Tinubu traveled for Islamic Summit, a secular president. I want you people to open your eyes and open your ears. They are showing you the sign, but if you refuse to see it, that's yours. We don't care. They can Islamize the entire Nigeria, but you see, Biafra land is going to be your graveyard. It's not going to help. This generation does not end it. In the coming generation, your great-grandfather, your terrorist father, Usman Danfodio, already knew it from the beginning. At that place, you see those people there, their God is too much. So let me stay away from there. That's why I didn't come to our land. So we are here saying it, and we're saying it, and we're not going to stop saying it. By the way, it is top of the hour. You can call me if you have anything to say, but meanwhile, this will be airing. And if you call me, I will stop it and then listen to you. The number is 845-907-2230, 845-648-0031, 845-637-6632. So call. The lines are open for you.
They are giving 1 million to each person in Nigeria, starting from Sokoto. If you want to embrace Sharia, they give you 1 million naira. Tell me, the poverty-ravaged Nigeria, who is not going to take 1 million naira? Something is going on. Let's listen to Arise News. We'll come back to talk about this.
There's huge insecurity in the land at this moment, and I saw a lot of reactions regarding that. If I come to you, Rufai, in the meantime, a counter-insurgency publication, Zagazola Makama, focused on the Lake Chad region, reported over the weekend that members of a new terrorist group, Lakurama, are offering financial incentives to recruit young people in Sokoto State. According to the publication, the new group is offering as much as 1 million naira to young men in exchange for their allegiance. Makama quoted sources saying that the financial initiatives are part of an aggressive recruitment campaign aimed at attracting followers to their cause. The group are reported to adhere to extremist ideologies similar to the beliefs of Boko Haram. Well, we know that over the weekend, the group had killed about 15 people in Kebbi State. Defense headquarters recently declared 9 suspected members of the group wanted. I believe the spokesperson, Edward Buba, had said that, the terrorists were from the Niger Republic, and they came from that time when there was that sort of disruption between Nigeria and Niger. Let me take a reaction with this story. This is from...
All right, caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Let me turn down my speech and Can you hear me now, Mazi?
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
You're sick this morning.
Yeah.
You get better. You get better soon. Thank you, Mazi. My name is Charles Tumba. I'm Charles Tumba from Ireland, the Ireland National Coordinator.
Okay. Welcome to the program, Charles.
Thank you. I'm coming from Igube, Okigwe, in Imo State Province. So, based in Ireland here. Thank you so much, Mazi, for giving me the opportunity. Last time we were talking about there wasn't enough time. So, I just want to apologize for that. We had a time change, and then again an emergency meeting came on that day, so I couldn't meet up the next day as we promised.
Yes.
So please accept my apology.
No.
And so this morning, I thank you so much. Your voice and your presentation this morning, the broadcast is very, very strong. Just telling the way it is, who we are, and it's up to Biafrans to stand strong.
Yes.
Because if we don't do it, nobody will do it for us. People can say, the Biafrans can say that Ukrainian people, medical doctors and all professionals in every field, many of them are going home to defend their land. They're not calling Biafrans, oh, come and help us, come and die, let us continue enjoying our life. It's people that go home to defend themselves. So it is with other countries, Syria and other places, where you see conflicts going on. People stand up to go and defend themselves. It doesn't mean that those people, they hate life, they don't want to enjoy their life, they want to enjoy their life. But when it comes to defend their land, your heritage, where you're coming from, your loved ones, people stand up. And that's what makes you a man or a woman, that you can do what you can do when you are still alive. And then the rest is record. When you die, then people can remember you of that. So the way it is this morning and the way you're presenting, your analysis is going on is like, people need to stand up. Like this Fulani we're talking about, when they came in and they want to stand in the bush, this is the ancient days, how some people migrate and come in when there was no, people were few in the land. They are just coming there and then they settle there, thinking that every forest is just a sacred forest.
Yeah.
But their aim is to operate from there. They came in with the weak ones and they drop children and women, and then they go. That is how they conquer the North. The Hausas.
Yes.
They never used gun or bullet. It's trick. They just came in and in the name of religion, that, oh, we are very good, we are calm, we want to abolish all the criminals, and then the people who are, misleading you, they come with all those kind of lies. So these people will buy what they are saying, and when they give them 1 inch, immediately they will start looking at those top and strong people who can think, who can reason, and they start pointing at those people, that these people are the ones killing you, these people are the ones destroying you. They go behind and try to kill all those people that will defend the land.
Yes.
And when they do that, that's what they have been doing. When they did that, then when they come in, the rest is just, they will just surrender. And then you see them, because they come like this money you said that they are giving 1 million. Those are the announcements.
Yes.
This money is not their money. This is the OIC money, which Nigerian federal government are paying into.
Yes.
Which northern politicians are also paying into. That's why nobody arrests them. They are not like the Easterners, the politicians. They get and put into their pocket. These ones, they pay their tithe into the OIC. Nobody will arrest them. Nobody will detain them as a Muslim, because they are paying they are supporting all those groups. That's why they're paying their own tithe and their own loot. Whatever they loot from the government, they put it there. So they are getting this money to pay people who will volunteer to work for them. That is the way they operate. They are not going to shoot at anybody, but they are looking at people, volunteer people who can use, just like the colonial masters in those days. They didn't shoot anybody or kill, but they use your own people. They use your own brothers, your own sisters to come and attack you. And that is what these people are doing even today. They Fulani think that in this 21st century that we are still in those days, that they will come. Thank God that our leader and the Biafrans, our eyes have opened. We know they are those tricks. And then we said no. We said no, that they cannot. And then our leader created ESN. It's up to us to support that ESN. Yes. Because without ESN, we are nobody, we are nothing. This is the only thing we are afraid of. All along, they said we are thick-leg bulldog, that we cannot do anything. We are just talking, we are just backing. Now, but when they see the ESN, everybody, now they are afraid. Immediately they go and they raise a counterfeit one called the Rubago, and all this. All their struggle and everything is just because of that ESN, to counter it. Yes. But the foolish and useless ones, hungry people in our midst are then going into that, looking for opportunity to go and counter the people who are supposed to save them. People who are supposed to save them, they are attacking them. They want to go and create because they are going to pay them. Now, don't be surprised. Many will even be attracted with this 1 million. Say, let's go and get it. And then come and join to attack the people who are supposed to save you. And when you attack them, do they think they will be saved like themselves? They will kill them as well. They will kill them. Yes. That's why, how many of these Easterners are generals? How many of them are brigadiers? How many of them are captains in Nigerian setup military? They will only dribble you. and when it comes to announcement, they give you to come and make announcement, and you'll be jumping up that the government will recognize you. A whole Igbo race will be kneel down and begging for a secretary to be the secretary to federal government. They will kneel down and begging for not president, but as a vice president. That is how much many people have relegated our race. Because what I'm telling you is that I lived in the north for a few years, and I can still tell you that even up until 1987, 88, that time, for an Alhaji to touch an Igbo girl, it's like you have touched heaven.
Yes.
It's like they have touched heaven, because they come bragging. If this one is not, they said, this man, some came to me and said, I have a nice girl last night. It's an Igbo girl. I love her. She was very good, this and that. Because it was a taboo before the war. They can't do that. But now they are doing it. So we should have ourselves, raise ourselves on a higher, standard. Then because people, not only Nigerians, people around the world are afraid of us, who we are and what we have. Only that we don't know ourselves much. We don't know our potentials. So we have to stand strong. And the options you're presenting is, I'm very pleased with your voice and your presentation this morning. And then encouraging Biafrans that let us stand strong with a strong voice. You don't kneel down to your enemy to beg. Stand strong. If they said they will die, we will die tomorrow. Let's not say they will die today. They will know you are serious. You don't go begging your enemy. You go by your enemy and meet your enemy. And then let's fight. So support the ESN, support the struggle, the DOS.
Yes.
Now that it's time now to remove the chaff from the wheat. Then we know exactly, people know exactly what we are doing.
Yes.
So, but thank God that things are getting better. We are not giving up, and we cannot give up. Because, like you said, this generation, we are born to do that, to bring Biafra, and we are going to do it without fear of evil. We are not begging anybody, whether you like it. You can like us, you can hate us. In what we are doing, Biafra must surely come.
Yes.
Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. Well spoken. Very, very well spoken. Thank you, sir. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still here. We're taking calls. Anybody who has anything to say, please to add to that, call us. The line here is very, very much open for you. It's 845-907-2230, 845-648-0031. You are very welcome to make your calls. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2, and I'm here to stay with you and make sure that your calls are taken. All right, like I said, the line has not shut down yet, but I think I've shut it down from here. But I'm still hearing some noise at the background because that's the internet. That's what it does. All right, let's stay tuned. The lines are still very much open for you, but don't forget, we'll talk about the ESN. You make sure that you make your contribution as much as you can. Make it a monthly thing so it does not get too bad that you cannot be able to handle. If you do it consistently or, gradually, even with too much, don't wait. Later on the program, I'm going to give you a bank account where you can be making this payment directly. If you want to do it directly on the phone from international or wherever land you are in, don't forget this money, you are not giving it to Iyke Peters, you're not giving it to Radio Biafra, you are making donation for the upkeep of the ESN, which is very, very important. We know what that means for us. All right, before I continue, let me take a call that is coming in and see if this is going to go through. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello. Good evening, Mazi Iyke Peters.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you for the job you're doing for Motherland.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Chidubem, and I'm calling to contribute to your program with regards to the Lakurana, or what is called, that you've just mentioned, and the support and the need to support the Eastern Security Network. Mazi, I want to first of all make our people understand something. Onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made us understand that n'enigwe zie ya ozi ndị dị ndụ.
Yes.
And ozi a, enigwe ezi ozi a. Ezigbo chamalicha nwaanyị ọma ọlụkwana iwu odozi akụ dị ya, oleta akụ dị ya, lọlọ Uchechi ga-eme anyanwụ ụtụtụ okwu Kanu gwara anyị that now we must activate the components in our frontal lobes. Mazi, today, as a result of these principles that we've enacted, the components of our core foundations as IPB member, we can dissect any act, any speech, any movement from our enemies. My question, my submission now is on this. Mazi, I have studied how the American government formed Mujahideen. I want people to listen to me very, very carefully, because we are students of Radio Biafra, a priceless university, the finest that I've ever come to see. If you study how the United States of America formed the Mujahideen, you will realize that this Lakurana, what they call this Lakura nonsense they are calling now, has a direct investment from the United States. What is their main target? Their main target is the multiple gas in the land of Biafra. Now, why are they starting from Sokoto? How can the United States, remember it was the US government that first of all raised the alarm, telling Nigerians of a new terrorist group that is coming, that is emerging very soon. It will be far deadlier than Boko Haram. That was the statement they made. Now, why are they starting from Sokoto? Remember, the Sultan of Sokoto is as an individual controls more oil blocks than every individual in that zoo. Now, the finance through which the American government will finance these terrorists will come from Sokoto, so as to protect, using the Sultan of Sokoto as a cover in their exhibitions. Mazi, in the days to come and months to come, you will see a highly coordinated attacks from these men. They will have the finest gadgets. They will have the finest intelligence. And their executions will be more bloody, just like they started in Sokoto, killing over 300 people in just one strike. What does that tell you? Their intelligence is perfect. Mazi, their main interest is the East. I don't know, that now all of you on this Radio Biafra, people don't understand you, see people like human beings. That is why when people pick up your topic, you will now start directing us to speak in that line. Then you ask yourself, why this issue of Lakura is coming up and the issue of ESN? We must defend our land because these men are coming. It is the stupidity of Ndibo. Those who we thought that were supposed to have seen the future before now. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, many ways summoned our brothers and our sisters in the United States, telling them the reason why they were in the United States, that he needs guns and bullets. Some of them insulted him. Some of these intellectuals with big educational degrees, they were like, who's this young small boy? You didn't see the war. What do you know about war? Blah, 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 blah. Telling him rush bullshit. Today, that is the ability to foresee the future. That is why in our instinct, we call Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu. People don't know why he's called Onyendu. Makanonya na huni fena huna mo. Wene dua enuzo dikoteni gwesi according to him. Now, like we've been lamenting for some days, every conscientious Biafran, every human being, every lover of our freedom must understand that the only defense we have as a people now is ESN. This Lakura now, what they call them that are coming now, they will be more deadlier because ESN has defeated Bill Gates and Bill Gates Fulani herdsmen. We've defeated them now. They are between the boundaries of Ondo State and Edo State. What does that tell you? Our men, we also need, because Ndi Bonasi, Nonomota, Ife Eberebe, Onye Dinta Mutakwani, Ebakwanaba, Aha. Mazi, like you said, our land will be the Utelegeriozuhana na land. Yeah. Britain knows this. That is why they are using these fools who does not understand what history has said. Even their Ottoman and their Fodo, he knows this. He was a witness of the wrath of the gods of our land. Then these ones now want to try, and they are dying in their numbers. And I'll continue to say, anywhere you see ESN on a pastoral duty, take those your stupid techno phone and nonsense phone, throw it into your pocket and go your way. Close your mouth. Our land will be their grave. Yes. They will not be buried in our land. We will also make them understand that as reincarnates of the dead who died in the process of this process, and we have come to complete this duty, our job is to betray Nigeria and restore Biafra. So that light through which our land has to propagate for Africa, it must shine. There's nothing that will save Biafra. The only prophecy that has not come to pass physically from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the total liberation and restoration of the state of Biafra or the Republic of Biafra, whichever way we choose to. And oge mezu maka na okwu ụlọ nwa nke Chineke kwuru ga-emezuru oge mezuredi tomoko na ga-eme enigwe na nagagabiga. Yes. And that is what it is. So my brothers and sisters, this is not the time to say you're not an IPOB family member. We don't need those stories now, because when they come to kill the IPOB members, in fact, you hardly kill IPOB members because they are always at alert. They get information before you. The only thing you can do now, that money Geji when more beer, 4 bottles, 5 bottles, take 1 bottle of Ishewu, resort to your from Ishewu to chop on him kwabi. Send it to the nearest IPOB family member. It will get to the manager. I want to thank every member of our ESN members. Those who are going through some psychological problems as a result of their wives and their family betraying them. We sincerely apologize. We understand their pain, but let them continue to hold on. We understand the pains of their families as well, because yes, we are all slaves outside our homeland, and we're looking up to come back home, to live in the land of our own ancestors, where we will also die and will be buried. Yes. Ifeanyi Oba has died in London today. He's been brought back to the land of his ancestors. These are men whose friends contributed all their resources to come and rendition our own leader. Today he has died. Then his carcass is brought back home. If we don't protect our land, will we be buried outside our homeland? Yeah. Every member, be you a IPOB member, as long as you love freedom, we are calling on you to support this job ESN is doing. Problem at ESN here are not going to pistol. We need to buy them an AK. All my AK we need to buy them an RPG. Let them continue to defend our borders. They're not in our land. So that anywhere they will come from, or from Nagono Ubotini, ESN, they understand the Vladimir Putin's principle. That it is not their duty to send them to come and start judging them. He sent them to God for judgment immediately. We don't have any cell. So that the weekend we can Kachuku, continue to strengthen our leader despite the pain, for him to continue to hold on and continuously bless and protect the land of Biafra. Amen. In the end, Mazi, humanity will will hail our pristine land, the land of Biafra. They were watching it for the job they're doing as a time for me. Thank you.
They will. Thank you so very much. This is Radio Biafra. We're getting very good calls this morning, and I'm very pleased about it. You spoke very well, my brother. The lines are open for others. 845-907-2230, 845-648-0031, 845-637-6632. We are here talking about the support for our ESN, the volunteers. Do it a monthly thing. Don't wait for fundraising, please. Put it down. I'm going to give you, like I said before the program runs out. In fact, I'm going to make a jingle for this, especially in the bank where you have to pay in this money, because I know many people are going to raise their tentacle now and start telling you, ESN is easy. No. We're going to give you a place, and you have to listen to Radio Biafra so you don't waste your money. Somebody's calling me, and I cannot take this call this time because I'm on air. He's calling me from a straight line. Unfortunately, the person is not listening to Radio Biafra. If he is listening, he would know that I'm on air and I can't take any call at this time. All right, so I have another call coming in. Let me take this one. Let me take this call. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, because give me 1 second to turn off my listening device. Pardon me, because this thing. Yes. Okay. Now, can I complete?
Yes, continue, sir. We're listening.
Okay. Mazi Iyke Peters, my name is Titan Chukwumodabuchi, and I'm reaching you from the Netherlands.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So, Mazi Nnamdi, God bless you, all of you, our radio presenters. God bless you all. I want to make an announcement before.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. The IPOB in the Netherlands invite you to our ESN fundraising event. All members of the indigenous people of Biafra in the Netherlands, all Biafrans in the Netherlands and lovers of freedom, we invite you to our ESN fundraising that will take place on the 7th of December 2024, 7th December. Time, it will start at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Central European Time is the start time, and the venue is Charity House by Madref 1239. That is address Charity House by Madref 1239. Postcode for SatNav is 1103 TX, Ganzenhoef, Amsterdam. That is SatNav 1103 Tango X-Ray, Ganzenhoef, Amsterdam. And please, for inquiries, call +31 68 790 2075. I repeat, +31 68 790 2075. Alternatively, call +31 644 84 9174. And I repeat it, +31 644 84 9174. Please come one, come all. Like our veteran Mazi Iyke Peters said, this is no more time to beg people, to cajole people. You know, as we know, that the people we are dealing with are not peaceful. They are not about. It's not business as usual, and it must not be business as usual for Biafrans in order to support those who are guarding our family members, our territory, our people. So please come and do your bit. Excuse me. Can you come? You see, so what I wonder when I'm in my private time, I wonder whether all the Biafran political class, political people, are they not seeing those, terrorist, groups in the north marching down south? The new ones are coming up. We are being told that they are very deadly, more deadly. What are our political class doing? What are our businessmen, rich men? What are you not? Why are you not supporting the IPOB? Why are you not supporting Eastern Security Network that emanates from IPOB? Because we people who go into the ESN are not anyhow people, are trusted people who obey order, who are disciplined. So why can't you support those who know road? You support every Ufunankwo na MF419 na chonda haya kapu ego. Why not support the people who want to restore and secure your homeland for you and posterity? Or is it good like our brother who spoke before me? Everybody who spoke before me spoke very well. Is it good that you have a land that people, family you love, who are in Biafra land, but you are overseas, wasting away? They don't see you, you don't see them. Is that better? Is it better that our young men and women will be just dashing and rushing to leave Biafra land because nothing is going on? It's not secure, it's not welfaring, there's no job for them. Why can't we build a homeland that we will be proud of, even proud to live in and die in, instead of scavenging all over the world? Biafrans, support Eastern Security Network, support the DOS, they are doing very well. Support them. Only small in the how the position they are now. He know their capacity. Support IPOB. Let's join hand to restore Biafra. God bless Biafra.
Well, thank you so very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. Let me take another call. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah. This is Oyemuche calling you from Biafra land. Thank you for being on air today. So, fine. There is a veteran here, also one of us, that wants to give a testimony of the... No, just tell them now that the radio... Okay, on the radio. He just wants to thank every media warrior that our FM in Igbocha is now on, so everybody can hear it.
All right, thank you so much. Let him speak because his line is noisy over there.
So this is a testimony because people don't understand what we are doing. So I want to thank every media warrior. The director of sales, as in I don't know where to stop. I don't want to end it. But our mothers in America, I know you are part of this. May Elohim bless every one of you out there. Thank you so much. I remember that.
Thank you. There one. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, like I made a promise I was going to give you an account where you have to, if you want to contribute, you want to donate, you want to support the ESN, and you're living around America. I don't have, but I know that this account actually is IPOB account. But I don't know if they have other accounts outside the United States. But let me say here, you can make your donation at Chase Bank. Chase Bank, the account name is Grand Biafran Patriots Incorporated. This is very important. I want you to listen to this very attentively so you don't put your money in the wrong place. Yesterday, like I said before, I spoke to one of my friends yesterday, and he was like, so all this money I've been throwing around, thinking I was donating to ESN was not for ESN. I said, no, you were donating to what they call Biafran Liberation Army. We don't have an army. Biafran Army. We have said it over. I'm very happy that Iguacha, at least people are listening now. You know, the guy who just got Iguacha in Port Harcourt, and the FM is on. That's great. That's great. That's wonderful. It's good to know. So for those of you who don't want to listen, and I want you to pay attention, the account that we donate money to is the account name in Chase Bank is called Grand Biafran Patriots Incorporated INC. The account number is 529-167-119. I repeat, the account number is 529-167-119. Finally, 529-167-119. And the routing number, because if we are transferring from a bank, you have a routing number. The routing number is 32-22-71-627. I repeat, routing number is 32-22-71627. The SWIFT code is CHASUS, CHASUS 33. CHASUS 33. Any part of the world where you are, you can make that transfer with these numbers that I've given you. Then for those of you, for more convenient, that's the one I use always, is Zelle. If you want to Zelle the money, you Zelle it to IPOBUSA Patriots. One word. IPOBUS Patriots. PATRIOTS. IPOBUSA Patriots at gmail.com. Please be very careful when you write these names. Make sure you write them right, so that your money does not go to the wrong place. Make sure that you do this. Support the ESN. We're not begging you. We're trying to read to your conscience that these people are protecting our land. They are volunteers. They are not paid salaries. So when you support them, when you pay in this money is used for their welfare, for their needs. Whatever they need that we think we can do, we'll do it. All of us doing the broadcasting, those of us in IPOB, we are making a monthly contribution for these things. And you can participate. Do what you can do. Don't let it pile up, because when it piles up, that's when it touches. But every week, every month, just a little piece here and there, it will go a long way to help. And if you're a member of IPOB actually, and you have a unit, you have a family, make that donation in your family and make them understand what it is for. Give them this number where they can transfer the money on your behalf. This is Radio Biafra. The lines are still very much open. Give us a call. I'm very happy that Iguacha is on. 845-907-2230, 845-648-0031, 845-637-6632. I lived my life in Iguacha, and I was Iguacha son. I was Iguacha boy. I wasn't born there, but at least my youthful days, my musical days, I was based there in Iguacha, and I love the place so much. I don't know what it looks like right now, but in those days, it used to be my Lagos. It used to be my Abuja. I never leave Iguacha to go to anywhere. Even those of them who live in Aba, they come to Iguacha every Sunday for entertainment, Saturday and Sunday. Whoa, there was the Leader nightclub. There was what we called Urupolo nightclub. There was Copacabana. That's where I was based. Actually, it wasn't my club, but it was the club where I performed most of the time. All right, this is this is Radio Biafra. Those were in those days. Sometimes we go back and think of the past. Memories will come back to us, and we rejoice with that. Even though we cannot take back the hands of time, we are still moving on. The life continues. All right. Lines are open. 845-907-2230, 845-648-0031, 845-637-6632. Give us a call. If you have anything to say, please call. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Iyke Peters.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Biafrans all over the world. IPOB is one big family. IPOB, one big family. IPOB, one big family. I greet my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike 1 in Biafra land. Ohamadike Ndigbo, the man that Chukwuka Biama send for us, special, is a special man, is our savior. He is all and all in Biafra land. I salute you, Ohamadike 1. I greet Lolo, the First Lady. I salute all the DOS, the media warriors, those that come out for this freedom with all their heart, with all their mind, that our people are in trouble in our land, that our enemy want to take over what belongs to us. But IPOB stands strong. We will never shake because we stand with our leader. Our leader is where he is today. It's because of me and you. It's because of P2B. It's because of Pitamba. It's because of Okoji Iwana. Those that don't believe that one day Biafra will come and we stand with him. This is Emeka Nsukka from Bucaramanga, Colombia. Nsukka is Biafra land. Eba Aguaka is Biafra land. Onado is Biafra land. Ikwacha is Biafra land. Anyoma is Biafra land. We know Biafra land. Nobody will tell us where our boundary started. Our leaders say it, that anywhere you go and you see our woman tied to wrapper, that is Biafra. I salute all IPOB. We must continue. You see what is going on? This time, we will remain strong.
Thank you, sir.
You see the new terrorists that Sultan of Sokoto is recruiting in Sokoto is to come to our land to guide and protect his oil wealth. But all these people that call themselves riverine area, they never know what is coming on. They never know what is coming. But new terrorists have emerged to come on our land to defend Sultan of Sokoto oil wealth in our land. But they are thinking it's a joke. When we tell them to support what we are doing, for we to leave that contraction called Nigeria, that have killed our people, millions of our people since 1945, they think we are just joking, but they are seeing it happening. I know that zoo called Nigeria must collapse. I know that Chukwuka Biama that bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to destroy that country, that he will do it in our own time. No man, no woman that will shake IPOB foundation, because we stand strong and we believe that our people must be free. We stand to say no to one Nigeria. We stand to ask for referendum in Nigeria. Britain that create Nigeria, they do referendum and go out from EU. But when they hear Biafra referendum, all of them are panicking.
Thank you, sir.
When Fulani and the Yoruba people hear Biafra referendum, all of them will be afraid. Why? Other people are doing referendum and going their way separately without any gunshot. Singapore and Malaysia do that. Look at the country now.
There you go.
2 of them are hosting Formula 1. 2 of them are hosting big tournament in their own country.
Thank you, sir.
Come to Biafra land. We have nothing to gain there because of one Nigeria. Mazi Iyke Peters, remain resolute.
Thank you, sir.
We are moving. There we go.
There will. All right, thank you so very much. This is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls, and the calls here, we don't have much time left, so we have about 15 minutes or 30 minutes to go on the program. So I want you to call me straight, and when you call, please try to limit your time. If you go straight to the point that you want to talk about the greetings, when it gets too long, you don't, we work on time. You spend time greeting this person, greeting that person. It's okay to greet, but once you say greetings, you have greeted everybody, including myself. Just go straight to the point so that you have enough time to express yourself, otherwise you'll be cut short. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Stay tuned, because the lines are very much open.
What is true? Nothing but the truth, so that you will be able to prepare for the dangerous time that is coming. Dangerous time that is coming. 1 million. Some people will say, oh no, leave them, it is enough. Do you think in your village they give them 1 million to turn to, embracing Sharia that they will not embrace in your village? I'm just asking for asking sake. You think so? Oh my goodness. I don't have much thing to say. What this man, Mr. Kunde Onawubi, said is 100% correct. I have come to embrace the truth. He said on Chinese television, there is no two ways about this, and there is no going back. Get ready.
But there is crisis coming to this country. Fuel, petrol will be one of the causative agents of revolution in Nigeria, because we can't explain it. Why we continue to import finished products in a country that has 4 refineries plus this new one of a private one, and yet we are talking about importing fuel. Something must be fundamentally wrong.
Let's begin with the efforts to get the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, out of incarceration. What's the update on that?
Well, it's a topic I'm very passionate about, very, very. I had seen him in the DSS cell 2 times, and each time it was a very emotional moment for both of us. I've been with him in the court premises, about 2 or 3 times, and I've spoken there. We had a joint press conference on one occasion. I don't know why. I think it's something you can summarize as hate. And you can't find a reason for the hate other than making reference back to Muhammad Buhari's period, who organized and arrested him in Kenya. He must have a special reason why he did what he did. And because other people had the same problem. There's a young man who was also arrested in Benin Republic also, and later came back here after Buhari left office. But if Boko Haram people, bandits who regularly kill people in this country, are being given amnesty by the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and in some cases rehabilitate them, why hold Nnamdi Kanu, who had publicly assured government, if you let me go, I will help you increase security in the southeast and any other part you might require my services? They would have taken a risk on that. But as we speak, they are still granting amnesty to Boko Haram people who kill hundreds of people on a regular basis. Why hold him? Do you remember when last you heard of somebody dying in the southeast because of Nnamdi Kanu? That's a long time ago. And people were doing it, as a way of making money, using his name. And he said that severally. On one occasion, he told me to speak on his behalf, and on this platform, I said so. So the government alone can explain, especially for somebody like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who himself was a revolutionary in some sense. He understands what freedom means. He understands what democracy means, because he fought for it. I don't know where he's coming from now. It's difficult to explain where he's coming from, honestly.
All right, Chief, let's go to the end bad governance protest that just, happened recently. And we understand the Southeast didn't join in this protest. Is it true that the Southeast observed sit at home and preferred that to join in the protest? And I'm asking this because even the release of Nnamdi Kanu was one of the demands of the protesters, but the Southeasterners just chose not to join that protest. Why?
Well, before I get to answering that, sometimes it's good to look at the antecedents of people in government. And I put my mind back to 1960, from America, from JFK to Johnson to Nixon to Ford to the Peanut president to Reagan to Bush Sr. to Clinton to Bush Jr. to Obama. and then down to Trump, then Biden now. None of them has been it's either you're a senator or a governor. At least I made back to 1960. This is the first time in this country and in the world that you see people coming to power. He was a legislator. Our president, Ahmed Tinubu, was a senator of the Federal Republic and 8 years governor of Lagos State. His vice presidential candidate was a senator of the Federal Republic and 8 years governor of Borno State. His wife, the first lady of this country, was a senator of the Federal Republic. The chief of staff of this government was speaker of the Federal House of Representatives. So they come with superlative, attributes of legislative and executive reference. And in fact, you can also extend it to the fact that they have also captured the judiciary. So what is their problem? It is difficult to explain what their problem is because people are demonstrating. Is it that people are not hungry? I'm hungry. When I declared myself hungry, hitherto when I go to my town with X amount of money, apart from, buying cola nuts and drinks for people who visit me, I now go with sufficient amount of money because people who were not asking me for help were not asking for help. And I will regard my community as, you can't count 5 towns in this country without counting my town, where we had a good, successful middle class. But there is so much problem. If there could be so much problem at Nnewi, then many other towns must be in trouble. So why they should have ordinarily set up a committee to identify why did these young men protest? What were they protesting? And they itemized their reasons. And we could see the government making every serious effort to infiltrate them. You tear gas to your citizens. You kill them because they protested. Is that leadership? For a man who led protests in this country against a government, a democratically elected government, and you're doing exactly the same. Sometimes I doubt if there is hope. I'm not one of those who spread, malignant pessimism against Nigeria, no. I believe there is hope for the future, but what I'm seeing now does not offer hope for the future.
And to my question.
Sorry?
As to why the Southeast didn't join but observed.
Why should you think the South issues? That we're already an occupied territory. If we had raised that is why they won or fight against terrorism in Northeast and Northwest. It's not working because more than 20% of the Nigerian armed forces are in the Southeast. Every inch of the ground is occupied. You cannot run more than 20-30 kilometers anywhere in the Southeast without 2 or 3 checkpoints. Army, police, Air Force, and if you go further down, then the Navy joins them. And I personally advise, I have a network, say, don't you dare. Because what happened in 1973 as I was leaving the University of Nigeria, Africa, that was the second graduation after the Civil War. They introduced this National Youth Service Corps. I was the first set of National Youth Service Corps. And the whole university said, we'll burn down the university. Why, that they are now doing it to increase the years of suffering of the Igbos. That the 2.5 years of the of the war was not enough. They now want to add us extra year. And a military officer, who incidentally was not Igbo, a Northerner, called me and said, 1 year, if that is the sacrifice your people will make for the stability of people and you can afford to do it, don't allow any blood to be shed here. And at the Freedom Square, I got up, then Professor Corlinia was the Vice Chancellor. I got up and spoke to the students and everybody walked away. And we went for youth service. Where are we today? Every other part of this country, they are doing youth service. But it was actually directed for particular people. And we refused to bow. So I told people, if you don't have need to demonstrate, we're already where we are. There are Igbos across this country who joined the demonstration, and you saw them on television, on your network, speaking in Kaduna, in Lagos, in Badon, every other place. But in Igbo land, I said no, because when they open fire there, it will be disastrous. So I thank God that we didn't join, at least at home. But we expressed interest and support outside Ibadan.
Chief, the protest has held, and I think it was on Sunday morning after the protest. I think that was day 4 of the protest that the president came out to speak to the nation about the protests. Well, how do you? I'm sure you listened to that speech.
Well, I watched it live, and I watched the commentary of many people. I think it was Wole Soyinka who said it was rubbish. That's the word he used. And so many other people. Afenifere condemned it in totality, giving it different reasoning about true federalism. That was not what the president was talking about. I would have expected somebody at that level where your citizens, under your own watch, let me not say under your authority. I don't know how they give authority to the police to act. Police will tell you they're acting in self-defense when they see that they are being attacked. But we also saw the police with vehicles, pro-government demonstrators coming to the stadium. We saw them being, the network showed them being given money, and they infiltrated and joined the regular, the honest protesters, and they started tear gassing them. So what I'm saying is that it's difficult to explain why the president on that speech would not have said, okay, you have demonstrated, you have protested, because protest is about problems, unresolved grievances. That is what protest is all about. If I say that, Kunle and Nkoli, what you're doing, I start protesting here. It's one man protest, but there's something I'm trying to emphasize for people to notice, to take notice of. You would have itemized, first is hunger, that they are hungry. Is he telling me that he lives in London, that he doesn't know that his citizens are hungry? I'm setting up a committee in the next 4 days to address this. For all the items you listed, give me 2 months to start effectively addressing them. That would have meant something to even if you didn't finally do it in 2 months. People will not.
Dr. Mazi Peters, thank you for having me, and thank you for your program. I know your time is running out and people are calling. Mazi, very quick one. Mazi, my name is Mazi Madabuchi. Mazi, today it's a Saturday, and everybody is, I think everybody is now looking what is going on. Mazi, I just want to say this because I heard many of us, and I have said it before. Mazi, see, BBC Igbo. You see this BBC Igbo, as our people have been saying, Mazi, let me put mouth on it. We have to let our leaders do us. Let them do something. We have to sue this BBC Igbo, because it cannot say what you don't know. How can you, this is what they call something like, perpetrating something that you don't know all about. How can you say that somebody that you don't know, you say is a leader of IPOB? You say Ekperima is a leader of IPOB.
Do you have a video or a tape of that, please? I need to send it across to us so we'll be able to understand what you're saying. If you have a video where you say, just send it across. That speaks better for us. If you have any information, just pass it on, please. Go ahead.
Okay, I will do that, Mazi. You see, you cannot be saying what you don't know all about. You cannot say that somebody, because they say the leader of indigenous people have been arrested. Who is the leader of indigenous people? Is it not Ekperima they're mentioning? They say someone, but the leader of indigenous people have been arrested. It's not supposed to be so.
That's what I'm saying.
These people know who is
I need that information. I need to play it out on radio before I talk about it. I'm not saying you should stop. Just keep saying he's talking, but I need that particular clip if you have it.
Okay. Yeah, Mazi, I will recite for it and I will send it to you. I will do that. I will definitely do that.
Very well.
So, Mazi, you see, these people, this BBC, even when our leader was on board, our leader has said something about this BBC. These people don't make good for us. They know what they are talking about. Do you know, Mazi, before they put this BBC, we can remember this Lai Mohammed, when we are hitting them hardly. You said they have tired of IPO, they are more stronger. Now they will bring foreign media to help them for this. That's why they instituted this BBC Igbo. BBC Igbo, you call them BBC Igbo. The headquarters is in Lagos. And it's an Igbo something. You put the headquarters in Lagos. And the man that engineered this is an Fulani man. That is the head of the BBC in Nigeria. And you say that this is for Igbo people. Mas, these people, they know what they are doing, and we must do something about this. As you just rightly say, Mas, after we drop this, I will search for it, and I will send it to you. I will send the clip to you, and you will play it. You will see how these people telling the world that the leader of indigenous people of Biafra is Samayepa be arrested. How they know that this man is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra? Nnamdi Kanu, they know that. Okay, let's assume. They say Samayepa is an IPOB leader. Who is Nnamdi Kanu then? Let me ask them this question. Who is Nnamdi Kanu? Our leader is Nnamdi Kanu. It's not who is this Ekperima? You can mention that is our leader. Who is Ekperima? You see how these people normally do things. This is what they plan for a very long time. Mas, what I want to say here is we must do something about this. We cannot be keeping quiet because these people, they know exactly what they're doing. They know what they're doing. That's the way they propaganda doing, issuing fake news everywhere. We have to do something about this. About this experiment, I never want to say something. We are uploading many evidence. We are uploading things. I told him, I say, you see what happened to this guy? They call, what his name? This Yoruba guy. Adeyinka grandson. I told him, I said, this thing will happen to you very soon. Wait and see. This is just beginning. We are uploading an evidence. You know, these white people, without evidence, they cannot persecute you. They cannot do anything. They need evidence. And we're uploading every evidence we know about this guy. We must, because this guy, you have caused a painful thing to our people. As you normally say, Maz, if you want to agitate, we don't say don't agitate. It's not only IPOB is agitating. Anybody can agitate for Biafra. But agitate in your own way. Don't touch IPOB there. This is the reason, this is exactly what they're doing. So anything that this guy committed, they refer it to IPOB. And they know that we are global. As I have said before, one Fulani man, he said, they know who is doing this, but they will not call his name because it's an individual. It's an IPOB, it's an institution. They cannot present this into the world, say one person is terrorizing the whole country. That the world will not believe them. And when you say IPOB, the world will believe them because they know IPOB. They know that we're everywhere in the world. They know what we're doing. So this is the reason why this guy is doing this thing. Now that it's not in the hand of this, we will upload everything necessary to show them that we have their evidence that this guy is not our member. He's not our leader. We don't know him. That's what I want to say here, Mazi. Thank you for having me and God bless you. As you have requested, I will search for it and I will send it to you.
All right.
Thank you, Mazi, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA too. Yeah, anybody out there that is listening that have evidence of what the BBC they claim they said, I want to have it on studio. I want to have it on program so we can talk about it. Because when they say say no. I work on evidence. If you have it, just send it in. And I'll listen to it, a little clip, because nobody has the right to tell us who our leader is. We know our leader. We know where we belong. We know where we are. If you give us the wrong leader, then we're going to tell you, hey. And put a stop to that. It can never happen. All right, so if you're calling me and talking about it, please, if there's anything they have said, because even if our lawyers want to do anything, they still need evidence. They still need to hear this, that this is what they said. So when you present it as evidence to them, because to recount it before we take any legal action. So, but if you go and tell our lawyer they said, no, they won't take it very seriously. All right, this is Radio Biafra. The lines are still open. Give us a call. If you have anything to say, please do. I repeat, the number is 845-907-2230, 845-648-0031, 845-637-6632. Call us. The lines
are open. We know that you're actively and seriously reacting to the protest. But when you look at his broadcast, it was neither here nor there. He couldn't be bothered, as if he was how can really they be bothered? How many times has he been in Paris? That was the last time he was there for about almost 2 or 3 weeks. So some of them rule us from foreign land, go to Dubai, and they won't create a Dubai, Paris here. They will always run into the plane and go there shamelessly, I must say. So I would have expected him, directly answering your question, to itemize the demands of the protesters and address them, which wasn't done.
Now, one of the demands of the protesters is the reversal of fuel subsidy removal, that government should bring it back. In fact, one of the protesters said, well, if we cannot go forward, then let's go back to where we're coming from, But I've also listened to the executive try, frantically to explain why going back and bringing back subsidy may not be the best option. Some have also offered that if our refineries start producing and we increase, our production locally, that all these prices may be forced down, whether or not fuel subsidy is brought back or not. So let's get your take on that.
Look, what Tinubu has done in the past couple of weeks is what I call situational politics, the politics of convenience. How can you go to, what square do we call it in Abuja here? Eagle Square? What is square where they normally do parade here? Eagle Square. And you make a pronouncement, you're removing subsidy. One would have expected a very intelligent politician to say, today I'm making an announcement, removal of first subsidy. In the next 4 days, in the next 1 week, a committee is already at work to look at the modalities of doing this so that Nigerians will not suffer. It will not go from fry pan to fire. He didn't say that. He just removed subsidy. He just floated the naira. That shows you a lack of planning and understanding. And that's why I gave the background. Look at the people with him in government. All of them with legislative and executive experience. So they are not coming to this office as Johnny just come. They know where they were coming from and where they were going. But when you look at their pronouncement, then you seriously don't have hope for my country in terms of leadership. It's a big pity.
In other words, you're supporting, bringing the petrol subsidy back, or getting other
it depends on
other things done to cushion the impact.
I have never been in the oil business, but I have known many people who feed out of the oil business illegally, corruptively. Most of the corruption in this country is in oil. It is a way of life. Governments know it. Either those stealing at the wharf or on the high seas, it is effectively aided by government. Because if government wants to stop oil theft, they will do it. What are our navies doing? Are we at war anywhere? We have navy ships all over the place. And see people come and collect hundreds of barrels, thousands of barrels of oil and leave our shores. And they tell us stories. Because it's serious money. They are talking of very serious money on a daily basis. So sometimes they will catch and, like in those days when you see police announce that they have caught some armed robbers. Then these are armed robbers they didn't know, that they didn't tell them where they were going. It was that bad with the Nigerian police in the 50s, in the 60s and 70s. Because the police is so active that wherever you go to steal, they will catch you. But the ones they know, they will pretend as if they didn't know what happened. Go and steal from a police barrack. 24 hours, they will catch you. Wherever those thieves come from, they will catch them.
Okay, Chief, we're going to go on a break now, but we'll continue with this interview after we are done with Kakaki Social. So we ask you to just stay with us. We'll be back. So we'll take a break, and Rena Obozege will be here. Of course, Chief Netizen of Kakaki, I call her.
Call, but we don't have time left. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, Mazi, good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. This is your son who is calling from UK. Mazi, I salute you and I salute you as a Mendebo. On behalf of the child, continue to protect him. The DOS, DOS, I appreciate all of you and Biafra all over the whole world. I appreciate all of you that is fighting assiduously, including me. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say other to come, but I have passed. Other lack of them, but I passed. Let me tell our people something. Don't be surprised when you hear people say, call it the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. This BBC we are talking about, they know who. Listen, Biafrans. I know some of you feel the pain. I know some of you have to complain, which is normal. The world entirely, even the last born of Donald Trump, know who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. Okay? I know the reason why we don't want them to change the narratives is because of what Eperima was doing, trying to change the narrative of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for. This is where I demand that Eperima must go down. We are not hiding it here. Because if IPOB is being destroyed today, you and I know that the most important thing is general war. And we're going to go to na legal today. We are telling you to freedom. Our people will wear no put it. Imagine if IPOB fall, which I know people knows gonna fall. The world knows this. They have never seen wake up our people that has been sleeping, and the whole world will watch what is called protest. They have never seen it before. So don't bother. I know it pains when they say Eperima, call him whatever. They know that he's a criminal. They know who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. The world knows. That is what. It's just like when people say America don't know what is happening in Nigeria. If you think they don't know, you are deceiving yourself. If you think they don't know every damn thing, you are deceiving yourself. What they are doing is because they find out that if you fall into pit and raise hand, people will come for a rescue. The people that were supposed to rescue us was Igbo politicians. But how they themselves are not doing anything? How do you want the American government to say? Because they are the ones that are going to say, listen, this is what is wrong. This is what my people want, and this is how they are treating my people. If any Igbo politicians wake up today and speak and say that no, I am going to take anything matters about my people to where it matters. Believe you me, you will see the changes of what I'm telling you. Mazi,
there were.
You remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us that some people will come in Biafra land, some foreign people will come in Biafra land. They will ask, they will come to meet Ohaneze, they will come to meet Igbo politicians. They will ask them, well, why is your people being there? Your people, look at what your people are complaining. Look at what they are passing through. You remember? I remember it vividly. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, people, they will come. They will want to find out the reason why their people are protesting, why their people are crying. And Igbo politicians will tell them, oh, don't worry, we will sort it out. We will sort it out. Don't worry, it's just minor thing. I remember it like yesterday. Do you think that thing is, don't you think that thing, in Nigeria today, if foreign people come, they want to know the reason why our people are passing through what they are passing. And one Igbo politician and one Igbo governor will be bold and say, listen, look at what my people is passing through in Nigeria. The killing is a right. Nigerian government are doing this killing. Don't you think, even though not go a long way, they will begin to listen. Nigerian government will back off. But because they know, tell me any Igbo politicians now, apart from Alessoti, which I will never, let me not praise him because the more you praise them, the more hard I will get a lot. Which one? Kezeliti she now, Alamajiri will bring his record, they will back off. Tell me which one. Tell me which one. Even Engineer Baribe, I know. Engineer Baribe, don't forget he was former deputy. No one. These people, I said, the people that keep us in this scenario, we were politicians. Because you can just tell you, no matter whatever that is happening in this world, international communities have say, whether we like it or not. You know me, I don't like it myself. Because they need to, why do you think they have all those embassies there? The other embassies, American embassy need to relate what is happening in Biafra land to their government, okay? To write to what do they call it? Secretary of State. Well, they're not about people. Yeah, wash it.
No.
The Secretary of State will not carry this problem to the president and say, look at what these people are passing through. But to these cowards, the American consulate, they all eat bread. When they are telling you that before they will come poor, when they go, they will become billionaires. Do you think all those people do that thing? Because they have to relate what is happening to those places they are representing to their country. So they will take it up. Mazi, let me leave it here.
Yeah.
Our people, what we need to do, the DOS know what to do with the BBC. We know what we know the right time to get BBC to come and answer. So we shouldn't worry. All you need to do is to go to social media and tell the Finland government that Eperima is not the leader of IPOB. They know who is the leader. Mazi, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you so much for your call. With this, I will come to the end of today's broadcast, and I'm going to turn off all the phone lines and we'll take any more calls. I still want to remind you that the intention of my call today, of my broadcast today, is for you to support the ESN, support them financially. We need money to make sure that they keep doing what they are doing. They are doing excellently and very well in our bushes, and we have to support them anywhere we can. I've read out a number. If you live in America, in this area, you can make your donations. Because I'm doing this because somebody yesterday actually spoke to me about this broadcast that I'm trying to do. In fact, even implored me to do a jingle, which I am going to do. I'm going to have a jingle that will be playing from time to time to remind you the need to support these people. Remind you the need to put in money into our coffers, because we are doing what we have to do. This is a fight for everybody. It's not just for Iyke Peters. It's not just for Radio Biafra. No, it's for each and every one of us to contribute our own quota. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created the ESN to protect us, to go to our bushes and make sure that these people don't come in, because they will come. They have their plan. They have tried everything. They have tried they've tried the waterways, they have tried whatever they can try. Today they are in the parliament trying to change the constitution just to suit them. But you can change the constitution of Nigeria to suit you as a Nigerian. But we, as the indigenous people of Biafra, our land is your grave. There is no doubt about it. You are all going to die in Biafra land. Keep coming. We are here. We are not going to give up. Nothing will make us give up for this quest, because our life depends on it. We are the indigenous people of Biafra. That's what we are, and there is no way we are going to sit down here and let anybody come and take over our land. Your grandfathers, Usman Danfodio, I said it before, they tried, but he failed, and you are not going to be successful. But, however, we know how patient you are, because we are not going to allow you to take over our land. No. Our land is sacrosanct. Blessing is our land. It's Biafra land. You can take all over Nigeria, take them over, become a Nigerian, give them, change their name from Sokoto to whatever you want to call it. We are not going to let that happen in our land. I'm not going to go back from America one day and hear that we have the Eme of Newi or the Sariki of Onitsha. We cannot allow that. It's not going to happen. We are Biafrans, and our life is on our hands. So we're going to do our best. So whatever you have, the contribution you have to make, please do so, because the ESN, they are there. They are volunteers that have come to sanitize our land. With this, we'll come to the end of today's broadcast. I want you to remember that Biafra is our religion. And on Radio Biafra, that's where we worship. Stay tuned for the next broadcast that is coming in. Mazi Nnamdi USA 1 is going to be here. Stay tuned, don't go away. Radio Biafra is on 247, and I'm happy that Iguacha is back. Very, very happy. And for those of you in Iguacha, kudos to all of you, and stay tuned. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're going off the air this time, and USA 1 is next. From here, from me, it's goodbye.